Okay, then, the first update we have today is about Giudice. There have been quite a few rumors swirling around her lately.
Yeah, quite a bit.
So in this video, we'll be talking about the details of what she actually shared in response.
Right. So the first big one was this idea that she'd been fired by Bravo.
Okay.
And she came out really strong against that. She said, point blank, she's very much still working with Bravo.
Oh, really? Any specifics?
Yeah, she actually mentioned Bravo had invited her to a red carpet event with Amazon Prime even.
So quite the opposite of being fired then.
Exactly. She basically called it clickbait. You know, just stories designed to get clicks using her name.
That makes sense. And didn't Andy Cohen get involved somehow? I saw something about that.
He did weigh in. He clarified that he's not an executive producer of Next Gen NYC. And he said he had only positive feelings for Gia and her mom. He even, threw in that he loves Next Gen NYC.
Huh. So he's distancing himself from the firing rumor, production-wise, but supporting Gia personally.
Pretty much. And Gia noted that Andy seemed just as confused as she was by the whole thing.
Which kind of underlines her point about it being baseless, doesn't it? Okay, so that was the Bravo situation. But there was another claim she tackled, something more personal, about her time in college.
Yeah, the plagiarism allegations from Rutgers University, that one hit closer to home, obviously.
Accusations of cheating, essentially. How did she handle that?
Again, very directly. She flat out denied any cheating. She emphasized, look, she graduated 2 years ago, and she graduated with all her cords and her diploma. Her point was that Rutgers is a very prestigious university.
Implying they wouldn't just overlook something like plagiarism.
Exactly. She stressed they take that stuff very seriously. So the logic is if the allegations were true, she wouldn't have walked away with her degree and honors.
So just like the Bravo rumor, she's framing this as, what, more clickbait?
That's exactly how she put it. Said these are just stories trying to use her name to create storyline.
It does depict a constant battle for public figures, trying to manage their narrative when headlines are just looking for engagement.
It really does. Your name becomes like a commodity for headlines.
Okay, let's shift gears a bit, because Gia's own podcast actually sparked another bit of drama involving the Manzo family.
Right, involving Lauren Manzo and Lexi Iwano. It got complicated.
So walk us through that. It started with Lexi on Gia's show.
Yeah. Lexi Iwano basically suggested that after her stepfather, Tommy Manzo, allegedly kicked her and her mom Dina out. Well, she implied the Manzo family didn't really help them retrieve their belongings.
Okay, so that was Lexi's initial take, setting the scene. And then Lauren Manzo responded, right. And Gia had thoughts on that response.
She did. Gia felt Lauren's defense didn't say anything different from what Lexi said. She kind of felt Lauren was just trying to, quote, make themselves look better.
Different truths or angles.
Absolutely. It highlights competing perspectives. Because Lauren, on her Instagram, she clarified her side. She said she did try to help.
So?
She detailed it. Said she went myself to the garage sale trying to get things, but was kicked out. And she said she wasn't allowed access to the house because it was private property.
Okay. So that demonstrates the complexities, maybe legal stuff involved too. It wasn't just about not wanting to help, from her perspective.
Exactly. It shows there are often layers and legal constraints sometimes that aren't obvious from the initial emotional account.
And through all this, Gia seems firmly supportive of Lexi.
Very much so. Gia described Lexi as being vulnerable and raw and real on her podcast. She feels Lexi is clearly speaking her truth and felt validated by sharing it.
Which brings to life the emotional side of these public call-outs, right? It's not just drama points.
Definitely not. There's real feeling